Well, hello and welcome back to the Resto Cycle Garage. And as you can see, we're in a brand new garage. That's right, new house, new job. That's why I've been away for a while. And in a brand new garage. So there's plenty of work to be done here. The Land Rover is still here, you'll all be glad to see. But in this little video, I'm going to take you a bit of a tour of the garage, tell you some of my plans, give you an update on the Land Rover, and really let you know what's coming up on this channel as I start to get back into making videos again, and I hope you're glad to see me back, because I'm glad to be back. So I've zoomed this one right out to give you a bit of a view over the whole garage here. This is me standing at the door through to the house, as it is an integral garage. But thankfully this time there are no children's bedrooms above this garage, so I can make a little bit more noise at night time, which is the time I'm shooting this video. As you can see, first of all, the doors, two older style, I'll zoom in a bit. Nope, that didn't work. Two older style up and over doors, but I'm glad to say that the Land Rover does fit in. Not a lot of heat insulation for these doors being an integral garage, so that is definitely something we're going to have to look at. Probably put some insulated roller doors would be the plan, and if I can find some extra cash, maybe even getting them motorized, because that would be quite nice. The nice thing about the insulated roller doors is that you'll get the full height of the aperture rather than having to have a frame and a spring system and all that, which these have. The Land Rover does fit in, but it is pretty tight. And I certainly wouldn't be able to put the roof rack on the Land Rover and fit it in easily. So that's something to consider. This garage is narrower than the one in my last house, but it is longer. So the last garage had quite a bit more space at the sides and a lot more space between the doors, whereas this one here has a lot more space behind the Land Rover. The past owners left these three, there's one hiding behind the train table here, three big wardrobes. I'm not entirely convinced what I'm going to do with them. Certainly keep this one in the meantime. I think that one's going to go and be replaced with shelves to store paints and bits and bobs. There's a boxing area in there that contains all the pipework for the house, so that can't really be moved. Yes, there's a roof space, but it's just access to pipes, and I think this wardrobe in here is going to have to go too, just to create a bit more space for storage, maybe for the bikes for the family. The train table, don't have any room for that, so that's going to have to go elsewhere. Very cool feature of this garage, if you can see, I'm going to zoom in. It's got a radiator, and it's a double radiator, so there's not going to be any problem with keeping damp away from the Land Rover. So haven't braved turning it on yet, given the oil prices at the minute, but hey ho, we'll get there. So what else? Workbenches over here. As you can see, the garage is an absolute mess. But the workbench is the same old workbench. I haven't got any of the pictures that I had before up on the walls. There's an extra box sort of down here under the display cabinet of more pictures, so I'd like to get them all up on the walls and get a bit more decoration going on. The plan is to paint the walls white, ceiling white. If you remember in the last garage I had some really good LED strip lights, so I'm going to change out from these old incandescent sort of tube lights. So put 4 of those in, and I'm also going to paint the floor again, sort of that light grey garage floor paint, which is easier to clear up oil stains. Believe it or not, the old owner had a beautiful Triumph Stag that sat here, so the house has a bit of pedigree when it comes to older vehicles. Lost a lot of floor space just to junk at the minute, children's toys. This is pretty much all my garage stuff that hasn't been unpacked, and there's no point in unpacking it until I have somewhere for it to go. Behind that wall there I have a boiler house, so that's quite handy for moving a lot of the stuff into, to create a bit more space, just to make it a nice garage space where I can work on the cars in. Coal bunker, that's going to go. That is not something that needs to live in the garage. All this stuff here can go out into the boiler house. The toolbox is going to stay. I've reinforced the workbench. You might remember it was jammed up against a wall previously, which stabilised it. So we've put a couple of extra brackets on there to stabilise that. There's some old carpet on the floor here, bits and bobs under the Land Rover. That's grand, it'll keep oil off the Land Rover. or from the Land Rover off the floor until I can get it painted. Yeah, plenty of paint is going to be required and a lot of tidying, and I want to get my tools hung up on the wall. Milwaukee leaf blower, it's not really the sort of thing for this channel, but I'll probably make a video on it anyway. That needs up on the wall. This really nice Milwaukee socket set. You'd think I was sponsored by Milwaukee, but I promise I'm not. I just really like their stuff. Some of the other tools and so on, I just like them up on a shelf out of the way, to make a bit of space. The last owner of the house left me this sort of retro coffee machine, which I'm probably going to make a video of fixing it up and getting it running, which would be quite cool. So yeah, a lot of tidying up to do, but I thought I'd let you see it in its raw state. When I moved in, this light here wasn't even working. It needed a starter, which we got in. So yeah, plenty to be done. Then looking at the Land Rover itself, it all looks really well, and it does. It does look well. I'm glad to say you might notice a little change at the front. I'll give you a little bit of a teaser. There'll be a video on that newly installed ferry winch. I put that in towards the end of the summer as a little treat to myself when I changed jobs. So I'll make a video on that coming up soon. It's all fully functioning, but what is not fully functioning is I moved the Land Rover up to the new house on Boxing Night, and I came along the motorway. Land Rover did really well coming up here, and then unfortunately third and fourth gear both disappeared at the same time, so I had to make the last 3 or 4 mile trip to the last bit of the trip here to the house in second gear only. So third and fourth gear have gone AWOL. I've done a bit of Google investigation, Facebook groups, that sort of thing, and it seems to be the little synchro springs for the gearbox. So I am going to try and replace those with the gearbox in situ. I believe it can be done. I'm not sure whether I'll have the patience for it, but it's either that or a gearbox out rebuild job, which I really don't have the money for at the minute. So there will be videos come, door off, seat box out, seats out, floors out, gearbox tunnel out, strip the top of the gearbox off, and see with a lot of patience if I can wiggle those new springs in. I have them bought, it's just getting the time amongst new house move and all those jobs that go with that, to get into that. So Land Rover's nice and safe in here. The radiator's not on, but it is warm and dry. There's no problems with it. I think it needs a new battery. I think one of the cells in the battery has died, so it's okay. It's safe, it's secure, it's warm, dry, it's not deteriorating. So we will get around to that. There will be videos, but there's plenty more going on here. The house itself is going to need quite a bit of work. It's an older house. Not very old, but just needs plenty of work. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see some sort of housework type, DIY type things. I will still be doing garage projects, and that'll be the vast majority of what goes on this channel. Garage projects, tool reviews, that sort of thing. So do let me know if you would like to see some stuff being done in the house too. I'm more than happy to make videos of that as I can. Painting, decorating, bit of plumbing, electrics, the usual have a go DIY. I'm not a professional. I do something significantly different. This is my day job. So yeah, so plenty of Land Rover videos coming along. Going tool reviews on my new Milwaukee stuff, socket sets, power tools, that sort of thing. That'll be great. Going to be building storage, making videos of that, sorting out the whole garage, just the usual stuff that I've always been doing on this channel. Little projects, minor restorations, fixing up this coffee grinder, sort of something a bit different, but it's vintage and that's what you guys seem to like. The past owner with his Triumph style left me these ramps, which was very good of him. Just out of a note there. So yeah, don't want to start waffling, but there's plenty to be done, and I hope you'll enjoy tuning in for a video or two and seeing what we get up to, and I will keep you posted, and hopefully we'll see this place transform into a pretty cool garage space. Still has to be practical because I enjoy doing the work. Oh yes, other major project in that box, no, in that box there lives the overdrive. That's something else that's going to be needing rebuilt, and I'll make a video on that. Overdrive went bang quite spectacularly as the little balls in the synchro unit popped out of the synchro unit and made their way through the metal gear. So that's a mess. Very hard to get parts for. It might be just a rebuild and see how we get on type job, but I'll do my best, and I'll certainly make videos of it, and I'm sure I'll keep you entertained and get plenty of criticism from the experts on the internet as I do so. So fire me a comment, tell me what you think. If you want to see some house projects, let me know. If you want to see anything done in the Land Rover, do let me know. I respond to all my comments, and I'm very thankful for you all for maintaining interest in this channel when I've been away. So I hope you enjoyed that little roundup video here in the new Resto Saga garage. Hope you enjoyed hearing what the plans are, what's wrong with the Land Rover and how we're going to fix it, and where we're going to go with the videos coming in the weeks and months ahead. Thanks for tuning in. I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe, give me a like, turn on the bell, all those things that I'm not very good at reminding you about. And I'll catch you again in a video soon. Thanks for watching.